Good morning, it's Tuesday and welcome to Summer's Way of Life. This is a very valuable video because I'm just going through right now my whole thinking process with my food today. So the idea behind it is that once you understand my thinking process, which is kind of like a system, then you can apply that to your life in whatever way that you need. So let me try and go through all of it if I can. So first up, I've not eaten breakfast this morning and it's 11:45, and that's deliberate because I feel much more energised when I don't eat until as late as possible. I'm not suggesting that's for you. I understand me, and right now at this time in my life, at this age in my life, where I am today, I know I want to feel energised all the time. I know how it feels to feel energised. But I don't feel like that always, especially if I've a number of things. I could have eaten the wrong foods. It's very rarely my sleep. I sleep early and get up early, and I think that's my saving grace. So what I want to share is I know I want to feel like that all the time, so I'm working optimally because that's how we should be normally. Right, so what did I do? It's 11:45. Now I'm about to head to the garden centre, and I know they've got a cafeteria there, and I know I'm hungry. So before I go, I'm going to eat. I'm going to cook my food and eat, so the temptation isn't even there. It's likely I would have given in because I'm hungry. Normally I wouldn't touch it. So many of you will easily go, oh, let's just have a coffee. It's what people do. Don't do it. This is how you train yourself to stop it. So this is my way. Now I thought, what am I going to eat? Well, I've got hens and eggs. Now eggs are a natural multivitamin. For me, they are everything. I try to eat 2 or 3 eggs every single day. Before you start your alarm bells with cholesterol, do your research on it, because most of everything we've been taught about cholesterol mainstream is completely wrong. So you do your own research. I've done that, I've studied it, and I know that I will eat a minimum of 3 eggs a day. I try to get 2 a day in. Right, now let me go back to what I was saying. So this is how it works for me. I'm going to talk while I show you the video. I had chopped onions left over in the fridge, so I took out that half an onion. I've got these chilies in the fridge as well. I chopped them up and put them in here. I got the egg. Remember, I get things ready beforehand. I whipped it up, put some salt, pepper and a little bit of chili powder in because I like chili powder. I've got these tomatoes which were actually going a bit funny. They were some beef tomatoes, so I cooked them in a little bit of olive oil and salt, and I thought I could use them in cooking. I'm going to use a little bit of that in the omelette as well. I've got this cheese, and this cheese was in my freezer because I wasn't able to finish it off. You can use frozen cheese, it's great in omelettes. Now, thinking about the freezer, it's easy to think, oh my God, where is it in the freezer? But if you remember from a previous video, I'm really organised. Everything in my freezer, it has an inventory. I know what's in shelf 1, shelf 2 and shelf 3. I've also got another freezer in the garage. I know what's in there all the time. And I don't know what I'd do without a freezer, but we can have one right now. We've got one, so I'm going to use it. So I had gone to my inventory, which is right in front of me, not on a book, on a shelf somewhere. And I just went through and I thought, where is the cheese? And down here was the cheese. So I took the cheese packet out and I crossed it off. It took 30 seconds. See how much time that saves when you're actually doing it, when you're actually in action, rather than a headless chicken thinking, where is my cheese? These little things really matter. Organise your life. If you organise your life, you're also going to be organising your health. It's everything around you. I've got this system going. The other thing is, what can I eat it with? Because I don't want to eat bread. Bread recently has really been affecting my gut, and it gives me this brain fog because I've eaten too much. That's why, not because I should never eat bread. I cook my bread, bake it at home. It's quality flour. It's all homemade with love. But I know my body, and I need to eat a lot less of that, and I need to eat a very low carbohydrate diet in terms of starchy carbs and more meat. That works for me. More meat, more protein, more dietary fat. At this time in my life, that is what works for me, and that is what healed me from Crohn's completely. I do eat vegetables, so it depends on the type of carbs. So I thought, what am I going to eat with? Well, I've got cheese, I've got eggs, I've got onions, and while I'm talking to you, I am just going to pop some of the tomatoes in with the onions. I've just got one hand because I'm holding this in one hand. Let me just show you. So I'm just mixing some tomatoes in with it, as you can see. Right, and then I'll add the eggs and cheese afterwards. And what am I going to eat with it? Well, I've got pickled beetroot in my fridge. And you may remember those who follow every video, because it's like a story, this channel. I am growing beetroot because I love pickling it. And this is last year's, and let me show it to you. So it's in my fridge. And look at this beautiful beetroot, which I grew, put in the pressure cooker, and then stuck it in, whoops, I've dropped it there, and stuck it in white vinegar. It's so good. I've also got a mason jar full of just the beetroot water, white vinegar, which I'm going to use again, or even drink. Fermented. So good for health. Unbelievably good for health. Look up cultured and fermented foods. Hang on. So that's this. And now, when I finish this video, I'm going to pop the egg in, give it a little mix around, let it cook a little bit, add the cheese on top. I've just chopped it with a knife, the cheese, but you can grate it in. Keep that cheese in the fridge, and I can use it for grating into cooking food another time. And that's my meal. And I'll eat that nice and slowly, not rush. How you eat is really important. Savour every mouthful, be very thoughtful, and then you won't need to eat as much, because the signals in your brain will come in telling you, I'm full. But if you eat really fast because you're in a rush and you've got this habit of gobbling your food down like a pig, your body and your mind will get confused and it won't know when to stop. So you've got to start working with your body and understand how your mind works. Take your time, eat the food, enjoy it. You won't even need to eat as much to feel satiated, especially when you're eating nutrition that works for you. That's the video for today. I hope you have a lovely day, and it's just giving you my way of thinking to help you ladies and men get into the kitchen, but especially ladies, and get on with your cooking and learn how to live your way of life with food as a central, very central, cooking food in the kitchen. It's a very central role for a woman and a homemaker. You have no idea that food is medicine, and you are serving your family in ways you would not imagine. It's so important. Have a good day.